Welcome to Catalonia, and although we're barely out of August 2015, welcome to the 2016 Range Rover Evoque. At first glance, it's probably not obvious exactly what is new about the car, but let's start with the facelift. Although, given just how stunning and successful that original car was, it's perhaps no great surprise that the designers haven't exactly been burning the midnight oil this time round. At the front, the changes extend pretty much to solely the new bumper and the new grille, and these headlights are all LED units. At the back too, there are new lights and a rear tailgate spoiler. Inside, Land Rover's tried to give the car a much more premium feel, so there are new seat designs, a new infotainment system, ambient lighting and much more high quality soft touch materials. However, the most important change is one that you can't see. The introduction of the new Ingenium diesel engine that's already appeared in the Land Rover Discovery Sport and the Jaguar XE. The 2-litre engine comes in two different power outputs, but the number that will set most tongues wagging is 109. That's the carbon dioxide emissions of the most economical version of that engine. That makes it not just the most economical Land Rover ever, but also a class-leading car in its own right in the UK. And despite the fact that this car is more expensive than the model it replaces, that reduction in CO2 emissions means it will save company car users about 5% in benefit in kind tax. As if that wasn't enough, Land Rover also has longer service intervals on these new diesel engines, and that will translate into lower running costs. There's also a host of extra safety features added, and Land Rover's tinkered with the suspension to try and improve the car's behaviour both on and off-road. The big question is, just how successful have all these changes been? And the answer is, if our first impressions are anything to go by, these changes have been incredibly successful. We're in what is expected to be the most popular version of the Evoque, with a more powerful version of the 2-litre engine, an automatic gearbox and 4-wheel drive, and it's a combination that works really well. Around town the engine pulls smoothly and strongly from low revs, and when you get out onto the motorway it's really refined, really quiet car, and on the bits in between you'll find it handles the bends really well too. If we have a slight criticism, it's that the gearbox occasionally can't work out which of its 9 gears to choose. That's really a fairly only minor criticism, and when you get the Evoque off-road you'll find it's every bit as good as you would expect of something that wears a Land Rover badge. When it was launched, the original Evoque was effectively in a class all of its own, a super stylish 4x4 with an amazing breadth of abilities both on and off-road. And the changes for 2016 merely cement that position. They've turned what was already the UK's most desirable 4x4 into something you can buy with your head as well as with your heart, and that is quite an achievement.